What is up, YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists, and welcome to Chill with Pete, the coffee break catch-up series where we chill out together. We just hang, we just chew the fat, you know? Literally, that's all it is. It could be a longer one today because I've got a herbal tea, so it's literally just boiling water on the tea bag. So that takes a little bit longer to start cooling down than, say, coffee does. So it might be a bit longer today. Who knows? I don't know. It'll be as long as it is. So I've turned off one of my lights because I thought I'm just all in, spotlight here. Felt weird, but yeah, so I've been hobbling. I've literally just finished filming On the Bench, an episode of, which went really well. I'm pleased with the way it's going. I'm pleased that I decided to remove the Chaos Space Marines from my bench and pursue work on my metal miniatures for my RPGs. I've just got a couple of other resin and plastic models that I have on here. I'm really enjoying it, and that's what it's about. Don't force yourself to think, oh, I've got that slog of process to do with my army. I've got to do all their leathers or something. You just, if you're not feeling it, remove them. Do something you are wanting to do, and are enthused for. And I'm enthused for these metal mints. I can't get enough of them. I think they're just brilliant. They're just so nostalgic to me that plastic will just be a fill-in if I can't get enough metal. Things like, I don't know, a squad of dwarves from the old world or something like that. I'd probably just get use the old plastic ones or something like that. That said, I may end up getting a load of metal dwarves. I do enjoy paint. I don't know what it is. I just, it makes me think of when I was a kid. I used to look at Games Workshop, the White Dwarf magazine. I'm doing that because that's where my White Dwarf collection is. And you see all these fantastically painted metal miniatures. And a lot of them were dwarves. They're the ones that stick in my mind the most. I used to think, like, wow, how cool would it be to be able to paint, like that, and have models like that at my disposal. And it's here. It's I can do it. I'm not saying I'm a golden demon painter or anything, but I can get pleasing results for my miniatures, and that's all that counts, really. I'm going to try putting this on as well because it just seems a bit too dark on the desk. Weird. I've got a sad lamp. I've got a studio lamp, like filming lamp, and I've got 3 more LCD lamps, and obviously the light above me. And that's not all the lights available in this room. So I'm using a combination of speed paints, contrast paints, and old school painting methods on all my miniatures right now. And I'm not going to use the term slap chop. I can't say I'm a particular fan of it. If used in the right way, it can give you amazing results. It really can. Sometimes if you use too much of it, it just looks like messy. That's my personal view, anyway. So, yeah. So, the point of this video, because it's Friday. Ah, beautiful. Best day of the working week. So it's Friday evening. So I have yet to go to bed and sleep, recuperate. Have that nice feeling. top of that is payday. So, great stuff. And the weather has been fantastic today, and I mean fantastic. So it feels like spring is on the way. Spring is on the way. I'm going to be calling this video Spring is on the way. Alright. Now I'm going to take a sip of my herbal tea, which is going to be way too hot. It's actually a calming tea. Sleepy tea, calming tea, and it works wonders. It's kind of like the equivalent of having a couple of sherries, you know, and it makes you feel like drowsy and calm and relaxed, and it's just nice. So I mentioned in my on the bench video that there was a YouTuber, a particular YouTuber I was watching. Yeah, he was saying, where have all the YouTuber channels gone? And I thought, when he mentioned a few of them, I thought, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen anything from them. There are, I admit, there are a lot of YouTube channels that used to be quite prolific in their video content and are hardly putting anything out at all now. And some of them have been, you know, over a year or more in some cases. Yeah, it's odd. I guess life, to my, not that I'm naming him, but if I was to respond to him, my response would be probably, I guess, real life moves on, it evolves, you know, things happen. You know, you move, you get another job, or all of the above, you know. Can you hear that? Dog barking outside. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, I long for the days, right? I'll have the sun shining on me, not fake light. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it's going to be good. And I got more unboxings to do. Here's an odd question. When you buy a book, say like a core rule book of a RPG game, do you classify that as an unboxing? Because technically it's not in a box. Sometimes it's not even in cellophane, but I mean, do you call it an unboxing? I lump them all into that sort of category. Unboxing, unveiling, whatever, you know, it's yeah. I'm okay to do that. I think so. Had a good day with Dylan today. It's Dylan's birthday tomorrow, 1st of March. And he's going to be 2. So, yeah, I got him a couple of treats down the natural pet supply store, which is literally just down the road from me. Got him a little birthday cake. Obviously, it's for dogs. It's special stuff that they can eat and be fine with. Yeah, and I just think it's cute. He's going to be 2. Bless him. He put himself to bed earlier because he's just tired. He's had a long day, you know. It's been a lot for him to. He's been doing a lot of training as well, and that takes it out of him. And smells, sniffs and smells and training really tire him out much more than running around. So he crashes out and he just like, oh, I've had enough now. But yeah, so it's been good. Work-wise, been kind of like the usual stuff, and I've not been feeling like the working week, and I'm gonna delve into a topic which I don't normally talk about now. I'm going to talk about mental health, because where I work, they're like the whole ethos is meant to be really big on mental health, keeping taking care of yourself and all that kind of stuff. Especially as there are a lot of us that work from home during the whole COVID era. That was kind of like, you know, a big thing. You know, take care of your mental health, because, you know, it can be delicate and it's just as important as your physical health. So I'm going to talk about mental health. Mental health wise, I've been in quite low this past couple of weeks. Not that you want to hear all that, but it's to do with the medication I'm on, because I'm on a whole plethora of medications now. As anyone who follows me, uh, watches my videos, can imagine, medication for MS, now epilepsy as well, blood pressure, all different stuff, and there's a load of it I gotta take. And they've all got their own nuanced side effects, haven't they? So it's not good. It's not surprising that it can affect one's mental health. Sometimes you just, in the old days, do you remember, when depression was not spoken about or anything like that? It just, it was just, why are you miserable? You don't have to be, and that's the thing, you don't have to have anything to make you feel down. It's just your chemical imbalance, isn't it? It's just the way it is. But it's, the working week the last 2 weeks have started off feeling quite low. I think some of it could be a lack of sleep. I've been trying to work on that a lot lately. And I have felt better for, getting more sleep, or trying to get more sleep at least. So that feels good. I'm glad that I can start work early and finish early. I'm grateful for that. That really helps me as I'm up anyway, with Dylan, taking him out. Because once he wakes up, and he's got to go out. It's his routine now. If you didn't take him out, he would bark and howl and cry until you did. But he knows. Once he's woken up and he's like barked a couple of times, you go, all right, I'm on my way. And we get up, and he knows we're coming down and we'll go out soon, so he's all right. But if he was to leave it wouldn't be. And he does need to go, and it's good to go out early mornings. Actually, it's starting to get lighter in the mornings now. I've noticed. You can see the sun, the glow in the corner. In the east there, you can see the glow of the sun. And pretty soon it'll be light enough not to need torches, so that'll be good. And then they'll change the clocks, so it'll be darker again for a while, but that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Today's been a big boost, not just because it's payday, but it's Friday, and it's a weekend that I know that my wife's not going to have to go down to Plymouth the following week. And I know that it just feels like you've got a longer weekend. Your weekend's longer. For more time together. And that's important. And spending time doing your hobby, whatever your hobby is. I mean, your hobby could be completely different, whether it's music or whatever. It's important to allow yourself time to sit amongst your hobby, do your hobby, just absorb your hobby, even if you're just sitting looking at stuff. I get so much joy out of doing that. Some people get it, some people don't understand, but that's just the way it is. That's why I've got a nostalgia shelf. For those of you that don't know, I have a shelf with things I collect from my past or childhood that I look upon, remember, and have such great memories of. Fantastic stuff. Old toy, it could be an old toy, DVDs of like programs that used to come on TV, certain books, pens. Like I've got that, the big pen with the 4-color clicky thing. It was like, black, blue, red, and green, wasn't it? I used to have one of those, and just having one of those over there brings back great memories for me. It's just silly things, really, I suppose, to most people. But yeah, I've got a couple of Game & Watches on the display there. Donkey Kong 2 and Fire. Donkey Kong 2 was the rage. I mean, to start with, when I was a kid in school, back in the 80s, everyone had either a Game & Watch or something of that ilk. It was a phase that everybody went through, I think. And then the Nintendo Game & Watches were very popular. I think as a whole, they were the most popular. And Donkey Kong came out, and then Donkey Kong 2, and I think a lot of people had Donkey Kong 2. And it's just such great memories playing, and the actual game. I mean, I've got it like on an emulator, and that, and it's just, yeah, the game is similar, but you just can't beat the feel of the original console in your hand. I've got one called Fire. Oh, excuse me, beyond then. I got one called Fire that a friend of mine used to have when he was a kid. Sadly, he's passed away now, but it gives me fond memories to look upon that, and I think of him. It's yeah, I remember he had that one. I mean, I had Snoopy Tennis. See, some of them were single screen, some of them were dual screen. Yeah, it was just really, really good memories. Memories are golden. And I was having a conversation with a friend of mine last night. We were saying, without your memories, you're nothing. Memories are what make you you. Your memories are you, And he's right. So memories, I cherish them. They're my most prized possession. Take work, for example. We all work for different reasons. I mean, we all work to pay the bills, yes, but some people work for I don't know, saving money to go on holiday, or I don't know, do this, do that, participate in their hobby, whatever it may be, if it's quite expensive. So they do loads of overtime, blah, blah, blah. And that's not my goal. My goal is I do what I have to do, pay the bills. Anything else is a bonus. But my most prized thing isn't the money, it's the time I have with my family. It's my most prized possession, and the memories that I make with my family. And I'm, for the most part, it's myself and my wife, but sometimes our daughter comes up to stay the weekend or whatever, and we have a great time. She's doing really, really well now. I'm so proud of her. When I think back on, how far she's come, just, my, chest bursts with pride. It's just like, wow, and it's a good feeling. It really is a good feeling to see your kids do well. For me, it is anyway. It's great, absolutely great. And yeah, so here I am in my hobby room, chilling out. I hope you're chilling as well. I was told once I had quite a calming voice to listen to. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, good. That's good. That is good. I'm going to take another sip of this tea. I've been trying to test it. It is gradually cooling. So with each sip, I will hopefully get calmer and calmer. I'll be asleep by the end of it. I know I do a lot of these chill videos. I like to do one a week or every other week. I'm just trying. Honestly, it's just difficult to get time to hobby. Oh, excuse me. During the working week, I don't get any time to hobby. which is common for most people, I believe. So all hobby time I get will be at the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. And that's not going to be a lot. It might be an hour. Today, I've been fortunate. I've had several hours I can dedicate to it. What I can do during the working week is like download videos to my computer from the camera, blah, 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 edit them and all that sort of stuff. That is things I can do during the working week. But as far as hobby goes, no, not so much, because it just takes too long. But that's okay. And then you got things like if someone comes up for the weekend, you're probably not going to get any hobby time. Well, because you're entertaining guests. But the hobby time is massively important to me. So I've got to have it. Otherwise, I'll go downhill, and I don't want to do that. My hobby time is my therapy. It's my personal therapy for self-healing, and I'm not prepared to give that up. And it's funny, and this is a good point about these videos. I'm talking and saying that, and just realizing it as I say it now to you guys. I am not prepared to give that up, because I've got to allow myself time. I've just got to. And without it, I'm screwed. I I just get down, depressed, and then I get poorly, and it's just rubbish, absolute rubbish. But with the hobby, man, I thrive. I flourish. I'm in my element. I absolutely love it. And in the summer, of course, I'm hoping to get a few more mobile videos out there. Do some more walkabouts and things like that. There's loads of places I want to show you guys. Absolutely loads. And I think it'd be good, especially going on a walk with Dylan and that kind of thing, because we can go to places, get him out as well. We're having mostly two on nice weather days, 3 times walk a day, and that's a lot for me as well with my condition. Sometimes I can only manage 2 anyway. I could only manage 2 today, for instance, and it was nice and sunny. But I don't think he minded, because he was absolutely knackered. Today he put himself to bed. I remember our dog trainer saying that's a weird trait he's got. Like, you're training with him, and then all of a sudden he's like, I've had enough now. You just go and lay down, and that's it. I'm done. Start sleeping. Finished. That's me done. He's so funny. And I've had quite a few dogs over the years. They've all got their own personalities, haven't they? I mean, you guys know that. But yeah, he's certainly a character. He really is. I've had unfortunate experience lately. Unfortunately, it's one that's repeated itself, not consecutively or too close together. I bought myself, it was cheap and nasty, camcorder. So I thought, I'll give it another go. That's absolute crap. Can't work with it. So I've vowed now that that's the last time I'm ever going to buy a cheap camcorder. Because I love, yeah, you can do all this with your phone and whatever else, but I like camcorders. They're dedicated. They don't start ringing. I mean, if someone's trying to get hold of you, and all that. You could be in the middle of best video ever, and your phone starts going. That's not for me. I could use older phones, but why should I? No, I like to use a camcorder Yeah, but the thing is, when you're doing like hundreds and hundreds, thousands of videos, they wear out, so you need replacement every so often. I'm fortunate my first ever one still works, and this one here that I'm being filmed on now is the second one. Got exactly the same model. It's a Sony make, and I love them. So I'm gonna get myself another one. Sony, can't go wrong with it. I know how to use it like the back of my hand. It's perfect for me. So there's something else that I've relayed to the universe, I guess, and to what I'm going to do. Um, and I'll watch this back when I edit it. So it'll be quite funny, and it might remind me to just get yourself another Sony, because it does everything I want and more. And yeah, I'm more than happy with it. So, what else do I want to talk about during this chill? Um, talk about my channel, which we're on right now. How it's evolved over the years. To start with, it was purely Warhammer, and that was cool because I still love Warhammer. Um, then it went to other stuff as well, and other wargaming stuff, and board games and RPGs as well, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it makes me happy. Yeah, mini Warzone makes me happy. It's it can look like a war zone in here with the chaos on the bench sometimes, but it's not that bad really. I yeah, this is what I do. I paint, and a lot of people I know paint, and these last few years, I have actually painted more than I've played. And from what I've been hearing on YouTube, that's the same with a lot of us, or quite a few of us. Um, they've been painting more. And it's not just me becoming reclusive or anything like that. It's just that I'm just finding so much joy in doing it, and it's convenient. Now, one of the things during the COVID era that really came into its own, and I'm glad it did, was solo play. And I'm not talking just solo RPGs, I'm talking solo games end of, It's almost come a full circle because when I was younger, video games, it was just you versus the computer. It was a solo game. Um, then like loads of online multiplayer, this, that, and the other now, and I think it will come back again to solo because the solo tools with many different games have just come on so far, and they've had to because of like the lockdowns and the isolations and that. But companies really got on top of it and they nailed it. So now for me, playing a solo RPG game like Dungeons and Dragons solo sounds incredulous, but so much better. I find it so much better. It's a different experience, yeah. And I'm not taking anything away from group gaming because I've had so much fun over the years with it. I'm so grateful I lived in the golden age of D&D when it first came out, and I experienced all the fun that went into that. I admit, to begin with, I was confused by it. I didn't have a clue what was going on. My first Dungeons and Dragons session, I didn't have a clue what was going on. But then, to be fair, now I look back on it, neither did anyone else in the room. It was funny, really, but the group I was part of for the majority of my youth in role playing. It was the best group of guys I could have asked for. I couldn't have asked for better friends. We made such cool games and stories, and it was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I will always have such fond memories of that. So I've played in so many different grouped RPG sessions. There's just far too many. I couldn't begin to everything from D&D to Star Wars. It's just so many different types of game. But since the solo thing came out, and they started coming out with oracles, and it was basic to start with, like yes, no, maybe, that kind of thing, or yes, but, or yes, and, but they're really a lot more intricate now, and you can. It's just so much easier to run yourself through a game. Like for instance, the game I'm going to be playing when I do start eventually, I know how it's going to start. It's going to start with a shipwreck, but that's all I know. That's all I know. I have no idea where it's going to go, and that's the beauty of it. That's the fun, and I'm excited to see where it's going to go. And I'm slow. I'm not rushing anything. So the way I think I'm going to film it is scenes. So I'll start with obviously the opening scene. Make sure I've got everything built, painted, ready to look good on a camera, on video. So I will do that. Then I'll wait until I've got everything ready for the next scene. Wherever it progresses to. Oh, it's 32 minutes. I didn't realise it was that long. Sorry, guys. Can I have some of this? Yeah. So wherever it progresses to, that is what I will film next. So say it's in a forest. Make sure I've got some trees around or something. Just make it look good. I've got my gaming table over there, and that's how it will get set up. And that's it. Brilliant stuff. So awesome. Now, I don't have too much else to go through right now, I don't think. But thank you for watching this. I really, really do appreciate it. And so I will look, even if it's just got a couple of views, that's fine. I know that a couple of people have watched, sat through. If you've made it to the end, well done, you. Well done. Perhaps you've put this on in the background whilst you're hobbying as well. Kind of like an on the bench. I primed that on the bench just now. So I'm going to be testing out a contrast colour on it just for shits and giggles, really. So finish up my tea. I am starting to feel quite sleepy calm now. But thank you for watching. This is spring is on the way. It is on the way because the next week's glorious weather, according to my weather app. Spring is on the way. See you on the next one. Thumbs up. And remember, all brushes lead to war. Bye for now. Bye bye.